Okay, this is Master Use. All right, this is Master Use. Hello, this is Master Use. All right, this is Master Use. Well, this is Master Use. Okay, this is Master Use. Okay, this is Master Use. All right, this is Master Use. I'm Master Use, and I'm going to teach you about how to promote yourself. How to set up your own video studio. How to market it. And how to travel and have some fun. I've started producing videos. In fact, I'm a long-term trainer and advocate. A whole lot of people know me across the United States. Well, I've decided to start producing videos that help people, videos that are meaningful, videos that may help you make money, videos that may improve your life. That's what I want to do.
I know. I was just as confused when I first heard about Master Hughes as you are now. While browsing the internet one night, I stumbled across a YouTube channel ran by an old guy named Master Hughes. Master Hughes started his channel way back in 2008. Since then, he's uploaded over 100 filmmaking tutorials. But I got really interested in Master Hughes when I saw he was working on a feature-length horror film titled Mountain Stalker. The footage looked terrible.
There is no mountain stalker. That's a myth. That's a ghost story. We've never found a body on this mountain yet.
I found myself poring through all of Master Hughes' YouTube videos. Quite frankly, he seemed crazy. I mean, the man believes in Bigfoot.
Well, this is the Bigfoot Hunting and Squatch Ranger. While I was out searching through the wilderness, I have located what appears to be an artifact. I've never seen anything quite like it before. Could this be some skeletal evidence of Bigfoot?
And to make things even more interesting, he was also a Buddhist Zen master. Simply put, I had to know more about this Master Hughes, this Buddhist Bigfoot hunting filmmaker, and I had to know more about this horror movie, Mountain Stalker. And that's when I figured it out. Master Hughes only lived 45 minutes away from me. A house, deep in the Texas woods, 400 yards off the main road, wet with the morning rain. I had traveled to meet the real Master Hughes. I had to figure out who this man was and what made him tick. After waiting for a few minutes, he kindly welcomed us into his home, and thus began a journey into the mind of Master Hughes.
I'm Master Hughes, and I do several things as a consultant, marketing expert, and video production. I really like making videos because I like the creative side to it. Video is very important. Video, you can literally talk to the world when you can make video. You can change people's ideas. You can change people's thoughts. You can literally affect what society thinks and does. The movie itself, I believe we got 9 actors in it, and cast and crew, and it's in production. We hope to finish hopefully within 4 weeks.
He has a vision and he really executes it because he will definitely try. Doesn't matter how many trial and errors we have to do, we have to get the scene perfectly. We'll keep doing it over and over and over and over again. And even if we have to continue doing it over for months at a time. Yeah.
You ready to play dead?
Hold on.
We ready?
Hold on. You can lay down. Okay.
Test, test, test. I got sound.
And what's Master Hughes like?
Oh man, he's a great guy. Great, man. He's a visionary, actually. You know what I mean? He likes everything real genuine. You know what I mean? A lot of this movie has gone unscripted, so he can get the genuine emotions from us all. You know what I mean? Not just reading from the paper with a false emotion. You know what I mean? He's got us out here in the woods. You know, real surrounding. You know, this ain't no studio here.
Okay. Come on up closer. You can just drop him. Is he out of scene here?
Yep.
Okay.
Action.
Mountain Stalker is a horror film, and it's about teamwork and connection with each other, and I guess you could say it's a really exciting movie.
And that way, by reviewing the file before I worry about editor, I'm way ahead, and if I see we made a really big mistake, we can go right back out there and do the shoot and fix it right then.
So it turns out, Master Hughes was every bit as eccentric as I was expecting. But I wanted to know more about his history, so I set him down for another interview.
As a young man, I got into the martial arts, and I had already had an interest in Asian philosophy. But I studied under this master for quite a few years, and I gained my first black belt under him, actually directly from a Korean. And I actually hold black belts right now in American Karate and Judo and in Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a master instructor. And that greatly influenced my life. And I did that for so long that I was finally recognized as a master of martial arts due to years and years of work. Well, we're talking about many years. I think it's 7 years just for the first belt. And so I have been, well, I guess actually active in the martial arts. I'm retired now for about 40 years plus. And in Buddhism, 40 years plus, and I am recognized as Zen master. In my younger years, I'm actually sitting on a nail bed. This used to be my fun pastime right here, okay? And that's me practicing Zen. And I ran at one time the only Zen center, the only Buddhist center in East Texas was my center. It was the only one in all of East Texas. This was my first short. We were chosen to show at the Tyler Film Festival.
Master Hughes' first film was titled My Time with Dad, a 5-minute movie about a trip into the woods with his son. The film stars his real son, but Master Hughes hasn't talked to him in years. When we asked him more about his son, he said he didn't want to talk about it. But the film is quite touching.
Well, I've got an idea. I'm going to get some rope. He's in a cave. I'm going to send you in.
Been on the road for a long, long time, honey, I'm glad to see you. Talking to myself and counting by the lines, and I don't mind saying I need you. The world out there is a crazy old place. LA to Boston is a long, long space. Wheels turning, and memories are turning. God, it's nice to see your face.
And I ran a center to work with troubled and violent youth for many years, over 20 years actually, in Cherokee County. And at that center, we worked with troubled and violent youth. And so through the years, this wasn't just a short time. We're talking about 20 years I worked with these people and the troubled youth and violent youth. And I worked at Rush State Hospital with the very violent youth. At one time, I worked with the most violent youth in the state of Texas. We've also been active in fighting the sexual abuse of children. We've also been active in traumatic stress. I was certified as a CTR traumatic stress responder, and so I've actually counseled some law enforcement and many other people that are victims of violence. And so through the years, here I was praised by the Texas legislature, okay? I have been recognized as an esteemed advocate for the state of Texas in the Texas House. I have been recognized for various things. I've got congressmen that have recognized me. I've got House representatives that have recognized me, the state house. And I've been very, very active in working working for America. Let's just say it that way. I've been very active in working for America. My whole life I have helped people. That's just how I am. That's why I'm Buddhist. People say, well, what do you get out of it? I'm just doing what I want to do. I enjoy doing it.
When I found Master Hughes online, I admit, I just thought he was a really weird guy. And after meeting him, it turns out he is a weird guy. But he's much more than that. No, his film won't win any awards, but so what? He's lived an amazing life, and is making his own art in his own way for his own satisfaction.
As to whether people like or don't like my films, I really could care less. I am Zen. I do not cling to the thank yous. I do not cling to the negative words. It's totally irrelative to me, okay? Perception is what it's about. And there will always be somebody who likes what you do, and there will always be somebody who does not like what you do. And there will be people who are jealous who will say they don't like what you do, okay? Unfortunately, that's human nature. So I could care less whether people like it or don't like it.
It's that philosophy that made me come to admire him so much. And who am I to look down on Master Hughes?
All right, this is Master Hughes. Remember, my favorite saying, nothing happens per chance. That's right. Nothing good comes to you by per chance. And that's how life is. You want something, you got to go after it. Nothing happens per chance.
Why does she sing her sad songs? For me, I'm not the one to tenderly bring her soft sympathy. I've just begun to see my way clear, and it's plain if I stop I will fall. I can lay down a tear for pain, just a tear, and that's all. What does she want me to do? She says that she knows that moments are rare. I suppose that it's true. Then on she goes to say I don't care. All she knows that I do. Maybe she just has to sing for the sake of the song. And who do I think that I am to decide that she's wrong?